up the top here, I've got my cushions. So I'm sat in the back of the van thinking about this Musicians for Autism CD, and it's quite hard to get any kind of concept of what it must be like for a child who's on the autistic spectrum. So I guess that would go anywhere from autism down to, oh, I'm no expert here, or even close. But I mean, you have autism, Asperger's. That's just the A's. So I think having autism must be a bit like this, in the sense that if I focus out there, look how beautiful that is. It's a beautiful, beautiful world out there. But I don't have to personally interact with it, because I can look at it from in here, and I can understand it and experience it without actually interacting with it. So maybe I won't quite get all the full benefit, the full effect of that, you know. So, and I can make that disappear. So having that vista in front of me, which is it's probably very poor contrast like this, because it's quite dark in the back of the van, very bright outside. So I'm just going to put my cushions up here. It only takes a few seconds, and I'm in a very short space of time. I can detach myself from all this stuff, because from my point of view, when I look out there, I see boats and colours and lovely, interesting things out there, and my brain, thankfully, can assimilate all that. And when it looks at a boat, it probably has been conditioned that that thing is called a boat, because everything there is has a name, and that's what we're all taught when we're kids. Oh, you don't know nothing, that boy, you don't know what that's called. Well, I don't think knowing what something is called really is of that value, of any kind of value, when it comes down to it. So I'm trying to give you a bit of a view through so I can't actually see that from where I am now, so I'm sat holding my little camera device up in the air right to the roof of the van to look over the top there to see that, although from where I'm sitting I can't see that. But if I'll pull the camera back, so this is what I'm seeing. There you go. I can't see any of that stuff outside really. I know there is an outside because I can see the sunlight from it. It's quite bright out there, it's coming through, and it might enlighten me if I go after it and have a look. But there's some scary shit out there. So if I had to get to the other side of that water, this is there. Look, there's let me just turn it out the way again. There's a nice blue water. If I had to get to the other side of that, if I had to scale that water, swim through it, walk across it, or whatever, to get to the other side, and that's the only way I could experience what was over there, by getting over there, that'd be quite scary for me, because I don't know what's in that water, what's in there that I might have to fight off, interact with. He might want to eat me, might take chunks out of my arm, might sting me, I don't know. So again, that's kind of analogous, I think, to what it also must be like for an autistic child who kind of sees something and thinks, God, I quite like the idea of that. So I don't think it can be any surprise that a lot of children who are on the spectrum, on the autistic spectrum, when they find something that interests them, they jump at it with both feet, kind of thing. They become almost obsessive with it, you know, in the sense of whether it's probably quite likely that it'll be something to do with some kind of computer device or a mobile phone application or something like that, or a game, computer game, that they can just repeat over and over, because they know that it doesn't cause them any surprises once they've seen it once, that they know what's going on. They don't have to watch it 2 or 3 times to grab what's going on. They get it straight away in terms of what's happening. They might not perhaps understand it in the same way that we might understand it, so-called understand it. I'm not sure I even agree with that, to be honest.